Well, alright then. Welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. On our last episode, we kind of had to go back to basics. Not really the drawing board, but certainly basics. Largely in part, that doesn't actually make sense. But our oxygen situation was starting to really break us. And now it's our stress situation. People are getting kind of stressed out, which is understandable. We haven't really been looking at decor much. So we're gonna go around and put up a couple of paintings. You know, let people get their creativity out where they can. Maybe put a sculpting block here. As long as the barracks remain like pretty good, I'd say we're okay. And we can't build a cot here because King Cup is a loud sleeper. Not going to go over well. We could put up some more ceiling lights, but our power situation is a little, not tenuous, but like our circuits keep overloading. Our batteries are not really full. So as long as we have that situation, it's not the best thing to be dealing with. And we can make exactly one snazzy suit, or one cool vest, or one warm sweater. Not quite worth it to just make one, most likely, but we do want to make snazzy suits, because that increases decor. And, I don't know, the presence of a duplicant, I think, reduces decor. Or at least their outfits do. Decor expectation 30. Dandelion, dude. You know, welcome to space. But we found this little chunk of oxalite, which is actually really nice find. And, we set up an air scrubber, digging into more algae. We're doing what we can to gather more oxygen and improve that situation. Just gold amalgam just sitting out there. So we have this reed fiber we can sweep up. Our water situation, it's getting low. We need to do something about that. This is, you know, part of that overall mission. Because there is plenty of ice and water and all that stuff. It's kind of sitting out here. And if we can gather that and use that, that'd be great. This is lots of carbon dioxide. We don't want to venture too deep into here without going somewhere and getting oxygen to kind of offset it, or at least generating a lot of oxygen to achieve that goal. Why is your sleep interrupted? You wanted to do this dance? Oh, probably the shortage of oxygen that we've all been dealing with lately. The oxygen's over here. So that's not good for our stress, naturally. This gas pump is hopefully bringing some of that through. Yeah, it's doing some of the work. Because this gets overpressurized, comes down here. And this situation can just keep running. This is going to just pump out carbon dioxide left, right, and center. We'll just not really worry about that yet. We are going to worry about this this shortage, because that is a shortage. So let's handle it. Let's deconstruct that. Build a little airlock when that happens. Can't prioritize deconstruction, apparently. That's done. And then we will... Actually, that might have been pointless. We will kind of dig down into here and join these. Then we'll dig up some of this amalgam. uproot the thimbleweed. Actually, you know what? Let's dig out all this. Just dig it all out. And we'll make a secondary pool. We'll also gather a lot of algae and slime in the process, which we need. Then put a liquid pump down in here. And that will pump out into this system. Cancel liquid pipes. Those were all pointless. And be careful of getting people stuck. Let's not do that. And this might be a stressful job. This very well could be. So we'll keep an eye on this. Make sure our duplicants don't get themselves stuck. But we'll also kind of harvest a lot of this. Then we'll have 2 pumps. And yes, this is going to put more strain on our electrical system. That's unfortunate. Don't get me wrong. But, this is the electrical system that can really handle it. Yeah, as it were. Also, we're getting access to a lot of polluted oxygen. It's polluted, but it's oxygen. It's 2 in 1. And there are plenty of air deodorizers kind of sprinkled throughout our base that we should be able to handle things. And you know what? We will put some paintings up along here, just to improve the decor in this area. This is kind of bad. Not terrible. This is actually really bad. This is where we should be slapping up the artwork. We should be using granite because it has a decor bonus of its own. Now, on an aesthetic level, like, this kind of makes no sense. Just having paintings out in our operations area, but if it makes them happy, it can't be that bad. Alright. Keep up your sweep jobs. Now this is just like a little tank. This is something that could prove beneficial pretty soon though. This is a good amount of water. Again, it's polluted water, but that's actually what we need. We need stuff to go into this purification system and come out here, which is doing rather nicely. And these pipes are never really blocked. They're just steadily flowing. This pipe is blocked. The electrolyzer is at max pressure, so it can only do so much. Fortunately, we have plenty of other things for our clean water to head towards. And okay, oh no, it's going this direction. The water's confused. The water doesn't know where to go. So yeah, let's deconstruct that and kind of make it a focus system. You know, we need stuff going this way. And so we have this bare wire because we tore down a couple rejuvenators. Let's put a massage table in because our stress has been getting up there. You know, we have 60% on multiple duplicants. We have many duplicants that are over 50. So we need to do something about that. And we'll just throw a manual generator on here. And we might soon want to split this circuit. Now, it will mean that we're relying on manual generators for all this, and probably just manual generator 1. But we got 2 generators, coal, plenty of batteries to handle a lot more stuff. This is a pretty small circuit. That's what we're going to do. Where are the wires? Show me the wires. So what is our batteries? What's our battery situation? We just got these 3 big boys, and then these 2 little ones, and this 1 little one. You know what? Let's split the circuit there. I said let's split the circuit there. Thank you. And as this gets built, we'll prioritize building this. So we have a manual generator for our med bay, and some focused batteries just for those, and more food decaying because people are not being attentive. You know, take care of your stuff. On the subject of taking care of things, excuse me. More food decaying, dude. This one is Bettany's, so this one will be the new duplicant that enters our base. What's the priority on this? That's 5. Let's turn this up to 6 because this is starting to close out. And this will exist just until we kind of drain it effectively. This will be where we continue to pump new material. Stressed, yes. Fiverr is a bit stressed. We don't really have any decoration over here, now that I'm looking at it. And the decor it's not that bad, but it could use some work. It could use some improvement. And a really compact way of doing that is to put in some lights. So let's figure out where those are. There they are. Now we can put in a floor light. A floor lamp actually takes less power. That's interesting. But of course, you know, we need a floor. And we're kind of filling a lot of floor space as we go. But maybe put one there. Certainly put one here once the sprite returns. Thank you. So put one here. One here. Decor's not that bad over there. We already have wires for all those. I know food is decaying. Like, come on, people. We have fridges. We have a generator running through the night to keep those fridges going. We've separated that stuff, so yes, there is no power there. Fully aware. Let's have someone focus on running on here. We can deprioritize that slightly because our coal generator is working rather nicely. And this is where things start to get chaotic. This is where things really start to get busy. We got a lot happening. This still isn't happening, apparently. But Fiverr, like, we can't assign you to a table. But get over to a table, dude. Yeah, we got power. This battery's filling up. These batteries are filling up. We actually got a lot of power. Like, we good. So where is Fiverr? Where have you gone? You're... Okay, there you are. You're doing good. I know you're jazzed to start the day, and I appreciate that. But Strawberry's gonna be running here, making sure that you have a massage table so you can relax. because we really need that right now. And who else is kind of stressed? Pipkin? Take a massage, take a break. You know? Got loads of power. These things will just keep running for you. And the fact that we've kind of broken this circuit up a little more, like yes, this stuff is on mechanical generators, but it means that these batteries are just focused on the med bay. It means that as the batteries go down, someone like Cowslip can come in, start running, keep this place rolling. Bigwig apparently feels kind of grimy. Yeah, go take a shower. That's cool. I saw what happened here. I don't know that I approve. Keep sweeping. Keep sweeping. You know, Gristleberries less likely to spoil, but still, like, sweep up after you're done. This sleet wheat is about ready to harvest. This takes a little longer. Sleet wheat is kind of slow. That's fine. It is what it is. Where are circuits overloading? Over here. Eh, that makes sense. It honestly does. And what are we looking at for future work in this space? Well, we can probably deconstruct that ladder. We won't need that. Just buildings. And then we'll put some mesh tile around. And we'll work towards our big dig. We're going to start digging up to this. And then this will drain, and people will get caught in it and be very miserable about getting caught in it. But, that's, ooh, a masterpiece. Look at that. Look at that. Lovely. No one's built this little sculpting block yet. That's fine. It's actually, since this is getting kind of full on carbon dioxide, somehow, I'm a little surprised by that. Let's put a little gas vent up in here. And prioritize this a little bit more. It is a little high up in our base to be venting out oxygen, but we kind of need it, it would seem. These we can prioritize a little higher, just to make sure we got the goods. Is this running? Pipe's blocked. So this we will actually disable momentarily. We'll actually turn off this pump, and then let this do what it does. I'll actually dig that little bit out. And as we kind of reduce this down to nothingness, this will have a chance to refill. So we'll be able to handle that situation. We should continue to have a freshwater supply. And, looks like this pipe is ready to vent. You know, push out a little more oxygen. Make sure our next duplicant has a bit more space to breathe. Because with these tiles in now, this oxygen is kind of offset, kind of off on its own. These, I thought there was a wire. I guess not. Now there is. So we have a lamp here. We'll have a lamp here. Folks are using the massage tables, they're calming down. The batteries are kind of running down, a fair way, so that's unfortunate. But that's why we have 3 of them. Except this is where we split, so we don't. We have 2. Oops. Strawberry, just keep on keeping on. We'll handle things as we go. Micro musher cooking station. So we're out of gristleberries. Let's make some mush fries. We're out of lice for lice loaf. And you gotta keep sweeping, guys. You gotta clean up after yourselves. Now also this circuit is just in lovely, lovely shape. Which is important because these are algae deoxidizers. It's our restrooms, our food generation. And we've not seen a complaint about oxygen generation in a little while. And hey, skills are going up. Their expectations have increased accordingly. Well, what can we do? Our expectations of you have increased accordingly. Like, get on this. And how's our decor improving? Not a lot. This area's a little bit better, so that's good. This will hopefully improve ever so slightly. And coming down here, once the light comes on, that'll help. Ladder is not very good for decor, it turns out. That's kind of unfortunate. These plants are very helpful. Well, more helpful than I really expected, if I'm being honest. So let's toss one up here. And we've got enough oxygen over here to not be too concerned. So we won't be. We'll just refrain from concern. And yeah, we've got low points. This up here, that kind of sucks. This over here is really troubling. We're gonna want to do something about this. This air scrubber. It's just there. It's just kind of there at this point. Let's do some more digging. Essentially. Let's deconstruct this. Dig out all this. Not really useful material for the most part. There's a burrowed hatch, so we're about to fight. Some dirt to gather up. A ladder to put in here, except not over here. Cancel all. And we may actually want to dig down into here as well. If only to get at this algae and this bristlebriar and this coal. That's nice. That's nice to have. We'll figure out some use for this space. Who knows? Ladder. And just keep rolling along. Now our oxygen generation was marked insufficient, but no longer. And yeah, that circuit overloaded a little bit, but this pump is disabled. We are relying on this one in its entirety. So, can't build that because of the thimble reed. So cancel, move it over one. That we can build. And that'll just like drain through, and whoever does this job, they are going to hate me. They are just going to rebel against the decisions we've made. They're gonna have a personal vendetta against their commander and creator. But, I brought you into this world, I can take you out of it. And we're not really gonna take them out of it. we're just going to make them miserable, but that's why we have these massage tables. You know? Actually, we got full batteries again, so our med bay is nicely stocked. And these abstract sculptures, there's something to be done there. What are you coming down here for? Just double piping, or are there two of you? Acorn and Threer. You're literally on the exact same spot. Now maybe we should be piping in some clean air into here, just so that these jobs aren't so bad. Alright, Bigwig is sick, so hop in the rejuvenator, dude. We got power for you. Although you might have been like the one actually running the generator just now. Yeah, come on. Get well. Get well, be well, and then get back to work. Got a lot of sweeping up down here that just needs to get done in time. A little bit of sweeping here. And people really haven't been touching this job for a little while. That's okay. There are other priorities. We brought our stress down. We've brought the stress down. That's lovely. Our stress, well, our decor levels are still kind of eh. In fact, this is really ugly by people's standards. So let's do this. A food shortage. We're somehow short on food. So let's get a lot of cooking going here. Prioritize those up. We don't have enough mush bar. Now we have enough mush bar. You know, get at it. And yeah, the food kind of sucks right now, but our farm is only doing as much as it can. Because these air scrubbers aren't working very much, our irrigation isn't working very much. Let's rebuild this pipe. And hopefully this will help out a little bit. You know, people find the farm kind of ugly as far as decor goes. Yes, there's a food shortage. We're working on that. There's not a dirt shortage. It's definitely not a dirt shortage. So, chow down on our junk. Of course, the oxalite we had here is gone already. This is still unbreathable, despite these algae terrariums. Just getting a little mess of polluted water, but whatever. This air scrubber is doing literally nothing. Why is this air scrubber idle? You know, it's got power. This one's idle as well. Does it not have enough carbon dioxide? Are things actually fine? Yeah, our oxygen levels here are wonderful. That is not our shortage. Food is apparently our shortage. So, we'll have to keep on that. This is for our next duplicant, who's arriving right about now. So, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a mess. Let's see who we got. We got Bonnie. Some noodle arms, so not very strong. It's actually pretty low rate, but very athletic. So that's cool. We have Travaldo, who has really low decor expectations. Won't do art, but that's okay. We have, now, this will be number 22. We have a really large colony. Having someone who can't art, that's okay. Really good medicine. Consumes a lot of oxygen, which might be a problem. But our oxygen generation is cooperating right now. And then we have Harold. He's nice and athletic. There's a twinkle toes. Hardy against disease. Decor expectation is a little high. It's low skill leveling because slow learner. I think based on what we're learning right now, decor is important, but we're addressing it. So having someone that's uncultured, not a huge benefit. It is a benefit, absolutely, but not as big as it might otherwise be. And having someone who's good at construction, moves fast, I think we'll have our triplet on this look. And we're gonna call you Laburnum, which we're starting to get into deep cuts when it comes to the Watership Down characters, but this is the last one from Cowslip's Warren, the Warren of the shiny wire. So that's now 2 Warrens worth of rabbits from Watership Down, all represented and accounted for in our little colony. So that's another little check mark. Now we haven't really touched on Ephrafa, which is the biggest one, and probably like a lot of recognizable names will be there. So we'll start pulling from that list soon. That's going to double our colony size, and we are kind of not ready for that, but we'll keep carrying on. And we'll see how far we can get before everyone just freaks out, collapses, and the whole thing goes to hell. Hopefully that won't be the next video, but maybe, who knows. Either way, hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, a like would be appreciated, subscribe doubly so. But either way, ta-ta for now.